In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young woman named Maya. She was 22 years old, full of dreams, but had one terrible habit that was slowly destroying every opportunity that came her way. Maya believed tomorrow would always be there waiting for her. Every morning, her grandmother would wake before sunrise to tend their small garden. She would water the plants, pull weeds, and carefully nurture each flower and vegetable. Her hands were weathered from years of work, but her eyes sparkled with purpose. She often told Maya, "Child, each sunrise is a gift. Use it before it fades away." But Maya would roll over in bed and say, "I have plenty of time, Grandma. Let me sleep a little longer." Maya had received a letter 3 months ago. It was an invitation to apply for a scholarship at the university in the city. The deadline was clearly written at the bottom. She had 90 days to submit her application, write her essays, and gather her documents. 90 whole days seemed like forever to her young mind. On the first day, she placed the letter on her desk and smiled. "I have so much time. I will start tomorrow." The second day came and went. She spent it chatting with friends under the mango tree. The third day arrived. She told herself, "The deadline is still so far away. I can start next week." Weeks melted into days. Days dissolved into hours. Maya found 100 excuses. The weather was too hot to think clearly. Her favorite show was on television. Her friends wanted to go to the market. There was always something more entertaining than facing that blank application. Her grandmother watched silently as Maya wasted precious moments. Sometimes she would ask, "How is your application coming along?" Maya would wave her hand dismissively and say, "Do not worry, Grandma. I still have time." One evening, Maya was sitting by the window, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of gold and crimson. Her grandmother approached her with a small clay pot in her hands. "Maya, I want to show you something," she said gently. Inside the pot was a single candle, its flame dancing softly in the evening breeze. "This candle has been burning since this morning," her grandmother explained. "Look how much of it has melted away. It started tall and proud, just like your 90 days started long and promising." Maya looked at the candle. More than half of it had already disappeared, leaving only a pool of wax at the bottom. Her grandmother continued, "Time is like this candle, my dear. You cannot see it burning, but it never stops. Every second that passes is gone forever, just like this melted wax can never become a tall candle again." For the first time, something stirred in Maya's chest, a feeling she had never experienced before. It was not quite fear, but it was close to panic. "How many days do I have left, Grandma?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Her grandmother looked at her with eyes full of love and wisdom. "7 days, child. 7 days until your future slips away like smoke." Maya felt her heart drop into her stomach. 7 days. Where had all that time gone? It felt like she had just received the letter yesterday. How could 3 months have vanished so completely? That night, Maya could not sleep. She lay in bed staring at the ceiling, finally understanding what her grandmother had been trying to teach her all along. The next morning, Maya woke before dawn. For the first time in years, she did not need her grandmother to shake her awake. Her eyes opened naturally as the first rays of sunlight crept through her window. She sat up in bed and felt something she had never felt before: urgency. Maya rushed to her desk and picked up the scholarship letter. Her hands trembled as she read it again. The words seemed different now. They carried weight. They meant something real. This was not just a piece of paper anymore. This was her future calling to her. She grabbed a pen and began writing her first essay. The words came slowly at first. Her mind felt rusty, like an old machine that had not been used in months. But as she wrote, something awakened inside her. Her thoughts became clearer. Her purpose became stronger. Hour after hour, Maya worked. She did not stop for breakfast. She did not pause to chat with friends who called her name from outside. She had discovered something powerful. When time becomes precious, focus becomes automatic. By evening, she had completed her first essay. Her grandmother brought her a cup of tea and sat beside her. "You look different today," her grandmother said with a gentle smile. Maya looked up from her papers. "I feel different, Grandma. I feel like I have been asleep for 3 months and finally woke up." Her grandmother nodded knowingly. Time has a way of teaching us its value. Some people learn this lesson early, others learn it late. A few never learn it at all. The second day came. Maya woke even earlier. She worked with an intensity she never knew she possessed. Every minute mattered now. Every second counted. She gathered her school certificates, wrote her second essay, and contacted her teachers for recommendation letters. On the third day, something unexpected happened. Maya's best friend Priya came to visit. She stood at the door with a bright smile and said, "Come on, Maya, let us go to the festival in the next village. There will be music and dancing and delicious food." The old Maya would have dropped everything and run to the festival. But this Maya looked at Priya and shook her head. "I cannot go today, Priya. I have important work to finish." Maya worked through the remaining days with fierce determination. She submitted her application with just hours to spare, her heart pounding as she sealed the envelope. 3 months later, a letter arrived. Maya had won the scholarship. Years passed. Maya became a successful doctor in the city, but she never forgot her grandmother's lesson. She kept that small clay pot on her desk as a reminder. Every morning, she would light a new candle and watch it burn throughout the day, remembering that time is the most precious gift we have. Maya returned to her village often. She would sit with her grandmother in the garden, watching the sunrise paint the sky in gold. And whenever young people in the village faced important decisions, Maya would share her story. She would tell them about the candle that changed her life, about the 90 days that became 7, about the moment she finally understood that time waits for no one. Her grandmother lived to be 93 years old. On her final day, she held Maya's hand and whispered, "You learned the secret, my child. You learned that life is not measured by the time you have, but by what you do with the time you are given." Today, Maya is known throughout her region as the woman who helps young people discover their potential. She has helped hundreds of students win scholarships and achieve their dreams. But more importantly, she has taught them the most valuable lesson of all. Time is not endless. Every moment is a choice between moving forward or standing still. My dear friends, Maya's story is not just a story. It is a mirror reflecting our own lives. How many of us are waiting for tomorrow to chase our dreams? How many opportunities are slipping away while we scroll through our phones or make excuses? The clock on your wall is ticking right now. Every second that passes will never return. Your dreams are calling to you today, not tomorrow. Your future is being written in this very moment. Do not wait for the perfect time, because perfect time does not exist. The only time you have is now. Start today. Your next chapter begins the moment you decide that time is too precious to waste.